All right, never mind. I just tried a different game and Luminal Horror solo, and I have not bounced off of something so hard. Maybe it's because I'm out of practice. I mean, it's probably got something to do with it. I don't know. Has that ever happened to you? Like you're excited to do like a project in this space, in this like role playing space, and you spend a considerable amount of time like setting it up and like getting it going, and then like the first dice roll, and they're just like, this is not it. So instead, we're gonna be doing Death in Space. I've never so obviously, if you're here, I'm a huge fan of Mothership. The game. I'm a huge fan of Alien. You can these are the initiative cards even right here. Sci-fi stuff in general. Looking at my library over here, I see Blade Runner. I see like two shelves of Mothership. I think, like I said, um, and for some reason, Death in Space just like never. I mean, like, I picked it up right away, but it's just sort of sat there. And I'm kind of hoping we're gonna go into this blind because for as much as I love everything around Death in Space, I never really got into it, nor have I really read it. Um, but it looks like um, uh, we're looking at D20, roll high, roll for 12, um, which is good. So we can do strong hit, weak hit for solo play. Um, it's looking like it's got some hard sci-fi stuff. I'm wondering, space travel, all this stuff is good, but I'm wondering what adventures in Death in Space look like. So I guess we're really, when I say play to find out, look at that, man. We are not only playing to find out the rules. I mean, like to find out what happens, but we're also playing to find out the rules and like what the vibe is. Um, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say my favorite thing about Death in Space has got to be the soundtrack. The not the sound. There's like two soundtracks. One is like a soundscape, and the other one is like legit like music. And the music is by, I believe, Helium Kid. Cannon is the guy's name. Um, I listen to it all the time. So I'm actually kind of like bewildered at myself why I never really got into Death in Space. I think it's because when at my table when we talk sci-fi, we talk Mothership. I did do Mothership at Gen Con again this year. It's been like 3 4 years, and I don't want to say played out because that's on me because there's so much about Mothership. But I am interested in like just like a different flavor of space sci-fi. So tonight, I'm also like horribly out of practice with solo play, and I think that's part of the reason why like I bounced off of. I was doing some liminal horror stuff, and just didn't enjoy it at all. So maybe I front loaded just a little too hard. So tonight, all we're gonna do is some character creation. I'm just gonna go buy the book, see what, and then play to find out. I got 2d4s. I know that much already because it's got a really unique character creation style, at least unique to me. There, where to generate the ability scores, of which there are four, 1, 2, 3, 4. We roll 2d4. One is positive, and the other is negative. And so we would do some addition and, or I guess it'd be subtraction. Well, no, we're adding a negative. You'll see, yeah. So this is +1 -2. So his body is a -1. Awesome. Feeling like Mork Borgie space already. -3 for dexterity. This might be a reroll. I'm not a save scummer. Yeah, we're just gonna start over. because I do believe I am in the camp of like when you play solo, you gotta give yourself something, you know. Otherwise, you're not gonna make it out of the first scene. I do need an eraser. This is brutal stuff, man. Maybe I'm just gonna make the purple one positive. I'm a save scummer when I play video games too, by the way. Start over. +2, -2, or +4, -2. So +2 body. Don't like this. I don't like red. Where did my pencil go? All right, purple is positive. Keeping it going. Purple is positive. All right, -3 dexterity, which I think is what I had last time. Purple is positive. Black is positive. Oh, -1. He's not savvy. +2 tech. All right. Now we choose an origin. That was rough. I think that's kind of the point, though. But a net 0, we break even. Looks like he's strong, hardy, but he is not quick. It's a little spacey in his head, but he's good with technology and ranged, and that's also range attacks. Interesting. Okay, maybe he knows his way around a rifle. All right. Let's look at backgrounds. There are 6 of them. Get this cursed purple dye out of my way. There are 6 of them. I'm gonna roll twice and see what calls to me more. So 3 is he's either a punk or a soul pod. All right, a punk is rebellious and nonconformist with a long history. They have seen civilizations collapse and others turn against each other. You get stubborn, 1 free reroll, and a green thumb. Okay, a soul pod, hibernating for decades, only staying awake for short periods. They dedicate their lives to the scientific study of slow cosmic phenomena. So he knows someone in every port he goes to. That's really good. And a crazy good hibernation pod. I could go either way. I'll leave it to a roll. Low is punk, high is soul pod. He's a punk. He's all the way punk. Okay. Origin benefit, stubborn. Reroll. Pocket greenhouse and seeds. This should actually be green thumb. I love how being a punk is just a gardener at this point. Let's get some details. His background. 18. He is a star salvager. We don't even know what that means. At least I don't know what that means. Trait. He is 18 again. He's a savage. And his drive. 10. He knows secrets. Or he's driven for secrets about the end. What? And I know the world of Death in Space is horribly bleak, like it's all spiraling towards a cosmic heat death. And I think our character here is obsessive about that fact. Interesting. As far as looks, trucker cap with a patch. All right, he's got a hat he loves to wear. Same. And he had past allegiance to something. It's a D6. Past allegiance to the winning side. What? Some still wear their war uniforms while others do all they can to forget. Roll or decide your allegiance during the Gem War. What was the Gem War? We'll find out. Who are you today and what happens when you are pushed on about the past? 3. He sided with the winners. But who really won? Alright, that's ominous. Hit points and defense rating. You start with D8 maximum hit points. Alright, I'm going to roll with advantage, with this being solo play and all. Where's my D8? There it is. Good. 1 or 3. Ay, ay, ay. 3 hit points on this tough guy. Your defense rating is equal to 12 modified by your dex. Oh my god. 9. You can increase it by wearing armor. Better really will be doing that. Some tough looking guys. Alright, starting gear and starting bonus. You start with 3d10 spare hollows, which is space bucks. 5, 12. Nope, that was 13. And 6 is 19. He has 19 space bucks. I'll bet that's all over here. I'm a sucker for half sheets of paper. 19 space bucks. You have D12 plus body, you have 12 plus body, which is 2, so 15. No, 14. I can do math. Just cross out the 15 slots. All right. Normal items take up 1 slot. Small items normally do not require any slots. All right. If the sum of your ability scores is negative, roll d6 for a starting bonus. It's 0. I'm going to allow it anyway, again, because this is solo play, and I'm looking for things to, spur it going. So he's got a pistol. Starting kit. No, pistol's probably not here as well. Starting kit is a 2. Ring Thug. All right. Distillery kit. Lockpicks. I'm just gonna work my way backwards because I think the distillery kit probably won't come up too often. Lockpicks. I don't know. Does anyone else out there do this? I put the most used stuff high on the inventory sheet and the least used stuff low. Pocket. Greenhouse. Before I forget. Holographic playing cards would be a small item. D4. Oh my god. 2 random drugs. Just rattling around in a plastic bag. That's awesome. A random trinket. This guy's carrying around a weatherproof notebook. Okay. Weatherproof notebook filled with strange writings and symbols. I'm already convinced it's about the end. Okay, and then we need a name, which I think there's a name table back here, which is always super duper handy. player hubs. Interesting. Yeah, the next step is we're going to make a hub, which it makes way more sense to me to make like a spaceship so you can like go places and do things. NPC generator. All right, let's get some names. Kind of tempted to go to Morkborg for names just to be contrarian. Cyborg, I got it right here. Love the cyborg. Let's get names. Need D66. 1, 5. His name is Cord. Oh, it's Cord again. We love you, Cord. Cord from Cyborg. Cord, you're back. In space form. All right. He's got a name. I believe we're done making a character. Yep. Abilities, origins. Check. Yep. All right. Moving on to the old hub. Is there a bookmark ribbon for this book? There's not. Shame on you, Death in Space. All right. So that's Cord. Now this is the hub sheet. The hub is your home, your sanctuary in a tough universe. The crew starts with a station or a spacecraft. We're going to do a spacecraft. All right. Do we tell hub type? Craft. Very good. Your starting hub contains a power source and a set of core functions. You can add more as you play. The engine supplies an output power OP, which limits the number of zero fuel. Life support works, but you cannot use any additional modules. Okay. Okay, this is all background stuff that I will read between sessions. I just need to know step by step. Hub type. First, choose your type of hub. Station or spacecraft? Spacecraft. Then we get a defense rating, which is 11. Okay. Max condition 5. All right. Fuel capacity is 6. Good. Then power source and output power. Right here. Spacecraft. Standard chemical engine slow. Note down the starting power source and it's out. Okay. Where do you write power source on here? Wow, this even goes sideways. Okay. Standard chemical engine. I'm just going to do SCE. Standard chemical engine. It is slow. And output power is 3. Interesting. Starting stations require 1 unit of fuel per session. Interesting. Look at that spaceship. That's beautiful. All right, hub background, spacecraft. Your spacecraft has a different purpose before you got a hold of it. Roll or choose a background. We'll roll. Cord is flying an old part of a time travel experiment. All right. 19. Time travel experiment. All right. Oops. This book is not easy to flip through. And it needs a quirk. Of course it does. Each hub has a quirk, something about it that is a bit strange or annoying. Roll or choose on the table or invent your own. I will roll on the table. 1. Body parts and strange objects appear occasionally from tiny temporary wormholes. Oh my god. body parts and strange objects, which body parts are already strange, but sure. Appear occasionally. And wormholes. That's fascinating. And then it says this was the last step. So this was the last step. Okay, so to recap, we've created Cord, who is a former star salvager who's gone punk. He is not swift on his feet, and he's a little airheaded, but he is strong in body and good with technology. He is obsessed over secrets about the end. I'm going to change that. I see one of the secrets is a murder. And I don't think I've seen something quite so compelling for solo play as... no, we'll keep this. We'll keep the end. Because that's what is unique about Death in Space, is the inevitable, the fast approaching heat death of everything. So he's obsessed about the end, secrets about it. Looks a little... He in the Gem War, he sided with the winning side. I'm not really sure who the winners are. He has a pistol, and other than that, he is packed with ring thug equipment, which kind of leads me to believe that he had a former life of crime until he packed up in this ship with no nickname. Can we get a nickname in here? I'm going to turn towards, yeah, the corp generator. I need 12. D12. 11. Hacks. Cool. Okay. The ship known as the Hacks. We'll work with it. Thanks again, Cyborg. All right. And is trying to reinvent himself as sort of a punkish ne'er-do-well after having sided with the winners in the Gem War. Going forward, I think we will be looking at using Mythic Bastionland, unless maybe there's some other. I have no idea what the scene is like for Death in Space. Maybe someone has crafted something kind of like Solitary Defilement for Death in Space. If there is, we're going to use that because I always like those rule sets. But if there isn't, we'll go to Mythic and see what kind of shenanigans we can get Cord wrapped up into in this world. All right, well, this is a little impromptu. I haven't done any solo play in a long time. In fact, this feels kind of like I'm very out of practice. I went back to like all my stuff on the shelf and I'm like, I don't remember anything that I was playing. So it's time to start fresh. But I was sort of re-inspired, reinvigorated by going to Gen Con. It was a really good year this year. In like a weird happenstance, I had a year of Gen Con where I walked out of that with like, I have zero complaints about this year at Gen Con. Everyone was cool. Every session was fun. And yeah, I was like, man, I really should go back to making tabletop games more of a priority. I still do meeting regularly with the guys here. We are. I think I'm trying really maybe a little too hard to get Mythic Bastionland off the ground. I really enjoyed our play of that. But my friends are always accusing me of like hopping around systems way too much. So Solo play is my way of doing that. I can hop around all I want, and no one can say anything because it's just me doing what I want to do. Thanks for watching. It's good to be back, and I will see you guys sometime after I've managed to read the rules. Good night, everybody.